And it's not just light intensity, as I said, it's the timing of light exposure. This is a paper that we published last year, I think it was it last year? Can't remember. Led by Kate Pochette. And in a sense, I'll just show you in cartoon form the data. So this is a light-dark cycle. Here's dusk, here's dawn, and this is a cartoon of roughly when somebody is asleep on consecutive days. Now the key point is that if you see light at dusk, what that will do is delay the clock. It'll mean that you'll go to sleep later. Whereas, of course, if you see light at dawn, then it advances the clock. It makes you go to sleep earlier. So under normal circumstances, the clock is being delayed at dusk and advanced by dawn. So we're more or less on cue. And that, of course, explains how we basically get up and go to bed roughly at the same time as these seasons expand and contract. Now, the problem with some groups, and this is a study that we did, so getting light exposure at the right time is critical. We worked on a bunch of students. This is when they're asleep. So they're sleeping through dawn. They're not up. And so they don't get the dawn signal, which would advance the clock. But you know what's coming. They're missing dawn, but they're getting quite a bit of dusk light. And of course, it's the dusk light that delays the clock. So by failing to get both a dawn and a dusk signal, that has delayed the clock and predisposed them to going to bed later. So part of the chronotype, whether you're a morning type or an evening type, depends upon whether you've had more dawn or dusk light. Also influenced by genetics, and we can discuss that during the discussion period. But the timing is really important. And of course, it means that if you are a late type and need to get up earlier, what you can do is set your alarm clock, and it's brutal for a few days. Get out, expose yourself to as much light as you possibly can, and you will advance the clock. So you can do something if you are an extreme late type.